Hello everyone, welcome to Sources Classes. So in this video again we'll be continuing our discussion on the questions pertaining to the QA section of the exam SSC HSL 2050 examination. So what we'll be doing is basically we'll be focusing on a few questions that we have seen across this year's paper pertaining to the quantitative aptitude section. So if we talk about the section in general, the syllabus of the same was really huge. Okay, a vast sum of questions we have seen come across this kind of papers in general, and subsequently what we'll be doing is we try and identify the kind of questions that have been asked in this paper, and also try and learn the ideal approach towards solving each and every one of this. Okay, so that whenever we are face to face with this sort of question further down the line, we are easily able to solve them. So with that said and done, let's focus on the question in front of us. So we'll be covering from 125 to 129 of the same paper. So let's start off with 125. The base of a right prism is a trapezium. Okay, the base is a trapezium whose length of the two parallel sides are 10 centimeter, 6 centimeter, and the distance between them is 5 centimeter. Okay. So what we need to do, if the height of the prism is 8, then we need to find its volume. Okay. So let me just draw the diagram. What's this said? The base of the trapezium, base of a right prism is a trapezium. So okay. So this is a right prism basically. Say, hang on. Okay, so the base is a trapezium. Yeah, so this is a prism. So let's just name it A, B, D. Okay. So what is given? Whose length of the two parallel sides are 6 and this is 10. Okay, the two parallel sides, this is 10. So 10 is, this will be 4 and this is 6. I mean here to here this 10. Okay, and subsequently the height given is 15. Oh no, height two parallel sides 6, the distance between them is 5, and the height of the prism, okay, the height of the prism, that is this particular height from here to here, it's given as 8. Okay, so now if we talk about the volume of prism, it is given by area of base into the height. Okay, so this is how the volume is given. So if we go through this, base would be simply half AB plus CD, that is both the parallel sides, okay, into the altitude, that is AE or 5, plus what we have, or not plus, multiplied by the height. Height being, say this is OCO. Okay, so now half 6 plus 10 into 5 into 8. Okay, so what we have here is 16, 8, 40, 40 into 8, that is 320 centimeter square or centimeter cube. So this is our volume. So option A will be the right answer. So I hope this is clear. So this is how the figure actually looks like. So if we try to draw the figure again, basically in the 3D view, you can just try and understand this particular point would be connected to all these vertices. Okay, So that's how the prism actually looks like, and it will be erected on a right angle, and this particular line that is drawn from the center of the base to the tip, that is C, will be the height. Okay, I hope this is clear. Now, having said that, I hope let us now move on to 126. 26. TF is a tower with F on ground. The angle of elevation of T from A is x degree. The angle such that tan of x degree equal to 2 by 5. Okay. AF is 20 meters. The angle of elevation from T to the nearer point B is y degree, and with BF equal to 80. Find the value of y degrees. Okay. So basically what we have over here, so here we have T, this is F, F is on the ground, and now say this point is A, okay, and we have this one, and again we have another point, say B, say somewhere over here, okay. So this is say B. It's given that this is x degrees, this is y degrees. Okay. What else is given? We have tan of x equal to 2 by 5. Okay. So that is okay. And further, what we have, AF is 200 meter. So AF is 200 given, followed by BF is 80. So we have BF 80. Okay, now is given tan of x is 2 by 5. So that is tan of x would be perpendicular TF by base AF. That is TF will be by 200. Okay, so therefore 40. So therefore TF is 40 into 2, 80. Let me write this properly here. TF is 80. Okay. So TF is 80 and BF is 80. Therefore tan 45 or tan y degree can be written as perpendicular TF by BF base BF. That is TF being 80 and BF is also 80, that is 1, and therefore y will be 45 degree because tan 45 is 1 equal to 1. Okay. So I hope this is clear. Option B will be the answer. Okay. So now with that being said, let us now move on to the next question. So 1, 2, 7. The sum of perfect squares between 120 and 130 is, okay, perfect square. So we have 120 and we have how much? 300. So what are the perfect square that lies between 120? We have 11 square 121, we have 12 square 144, we have 13 square 169, we have 14 square 149 or 196, sorry, 196, 15 square 225, 16 square 256, and 17 square 289. So what we need is 121 plus 144 plus 169 plus 196 plus 225 plus 256 plus 289. That is, it would give us 1400. Option D is our answer. This is a fairly simple question. Okay. So I hope this is clear. Let's move to 128 now. Okay, number of pairs of positive integer whose sum is 99 and HCF is 9 is, okay, so we have HCF equal to 9, okay, and also we have, what do we have? Sum. Sum is equal to 99, okay. So sum is 99 and HCF is 9. Let me give you a brief concept, okay. Suppose I have a number AX and another number say BX, okay. Here HCF will be equal to X, okay. So in this case, what we have is, if we focus on this case here, we let first number be AX and another number be BX. Here X will be representing 9, so we will have HCF is 9. So now we are given AX plus BX equal to 99, okay. So therefore let's take X common, so A plus B equal to 99. Therefore X is 9, so A plus B equal to 99, or A plus B equal to 11, okay. Now sum is equal to 11 and the digits A and B can lie from 0 to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. Okay, so now A plus B, it should be 11, okay. So now what are the cases that we can have? One case we can have 9 and 2, we can have 8 and 3, we can have 7 and 4, and we can have 6 and 5, okay. So all these sums basically give us 11, okay. So we have these 4 cases. Another case will also be there wherein if we take say 9, okay, another case, or not 9, another important case that we can have over here is 10 and 1 as well, because see one thing, this is an exceptional case, this also gives sums 11, 10, 9, HCF is 9, so it will come out to be 90 plus 9, again 99, okay. Similarly 54, 45, 99, 63 and how much, 36, again 99. So multiplying 9 to all, we will 99. So how many pairs? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pairs. So option A will be our answer. Okay, I hope this is clear. This was a fairly interesting question in general, so you need a little bit of in-depth knowledge about the numbers. Okay, so having said that, let's move on to the next one. On what sum of money will the difference between the simple interest and the compound interest for 2 years at 5% per annum will be equal to 63? Okay, so we know 129, okay. So what we need to find is as simple interest 2 minus compound interest 2, okay. And the formula for that is simply given by principal r by 100 whole square, okay. So we have been given the difference being 63, principal r rate is given 5, so 1 by 20 whole square, okay, 1 by 20 whole square. So principal will be 63 into 400, or rupees 25200. Option C is the answer. So I hope all these questions are clear to you. So we have discussed a fair bit of questions of different types in this particular video. So I hope you are able to understand each and every one of these. So in case you are having doubt with respect to each and every question that we have solved in this video, I suggest you go through the video multiple times just to get yourself acquainted with the idea of solving these kinds of problems. Okay. Having said that, in case you have any kinds of doubt pertaining to the way we solve these questions, or in case you have any kind of go through the video multiple times, try and solve this question and keep this video as a reference. With that said, in case you are looking for a fully detailed solution of the paper, of this question paper, So feel free to connect with us. So for that, what you can do is basically you can go through the description section of the video, and then where you will find a bunch of details pertaining to connecting with us, like our email ID, website links, our numbers. So feel free to visit our website. The website URL is also provided. You can mail us any query or doubt, and also you can call, text, or WhatsApp us. The numbers pertaining to the same are also given in the description column. Okay. Having said that, in case you are looking for any kind of guidance or any kind of help with respect to your competitive exam preparation, we'll be more than happy to help you out with those as well. So feel free to connect with us in case you're having any subject wise, topic wise doubts, or any kinds of queries with respect to how you go ahead and uh, preparing, or just guidance in any form of way if you require. So feel free to connect with us, and we'll be happy to help you out with that as well. Okay, so with all that said and done, in case you like the video, make sure you like, share and subscribe to the channel, so that we can keep coming up with relevant content such as this. We'll be continuing our discussion on the similar sort of question in the subsequent videos. So until then, I'll be signing out. Thank you so much.